Empty the cup story, okay? The empty the cup story is very simple. It's based on a story about Master Suzuki, who is a Zen Buddhist master in Japan. True person, really exists. It's not the motorbike Suzuki, it's Master Suzuki, okay? And Master Suzuki ran a school, right? His school with many branches around Japan where young people from remote villages, not rich people, uneducated, all right, illiterate, young kids who want to learn a new way of life based on Zen Buddhism, admit themselves to his school and become his student, right? And there was one year when he invited 13 students to join the first year of class. There's 4 years before you remotely can be considered to be a master yourself or try to be a master, okay? And there was 13 students. 12 of the students came from remote villages in Japan, very poor kids. And one kid sneaked his way, maybe by influence by his father or what, into Master Suzuki's class, all right? And this student was not from a remote village. He was from Tokyo, went to the US, got a degree, got a PhD, highly educated, and he came to the class. Now the first year in Master Suzuki's class, you don't do anything, all right? You basically sweep the floor, clean the toilets, you basically cook food for the seniors, empty the plates, clean the plates, a lot of mundane servant duties. And then you promote yourself, or you get promoted to year number 2. So after the first year, the students were just doing this. They don't get to touch a weapon, they don't learn martial arts, they don't learn the philosophy of Zen Buddhism, nothing. Just mundane cleaning work, okay? And then, at the end of the first year, Master Suzuki lines the 13 students up in the courtyard, okay, and decides who gets promoted to year number 2. And he walks to the first student and says, congratulations, you go to the second year. Congratulations, you go to the second year. Congratulations, you go to the second year. When he reached this American qualified student, he looked at the boy and said, you're not ready. You stay back one more year in year number 1. Now the boy was shocked. And with his ego, he rationalized that Master Suzuki wanted him to stay back, all right, to basically guide the new incoming group of students. Okay, so for one more year, this boy had to clean the toilets, sweep the floor, cook food for his classmates who are now his seniors. You understand? Okay, and he went on for one more year, right, through these servant duties. Cleaning the toilet is not something I think you're very happy about, but they did it. He did it for one more year. Now the second year, again graduation for the first year students, including this boy. And Master Suzuki walked around saying, congratulations, you get promoted, you get promoted, you get promoted. Came to this boy and once again said, you're not ready. Okay, stay back one more year. Now this time the boy lost it, big time. He lost his temper, he shouted, and he told his classmates, I'm going to go to Master Suzuki's hut and let the old man know how I feel. So he walked. He walked to Master Suzuki's hut, almost kicked the door down, barged in and started shouting at Master Suzuki. Okay? He shouted. Master Suzuki was sitting down, having a cup of tea, looked at him and said, calm down. Sit down, let's talk. And the boy calmed down, he sat down, okay? And then Master Suzuki looked at him and said, pour me a cup of tea. The boy poured. Now when you pour a cup of tea, if you're right now having tea at home, you pour a cup of tea, when do you stop? You stop when the cup is almost full, alright, just at the brim, okay? And the boy stopped, logically, common sense. And Master Suzuki looked at him and said, hey, who asked you to stop? Keep pouring. Now the boy listened and he kept pouring. When you pour more tea into a cup which is almost full or a full cup, what happens? You're right, it overflows. And the tea started overflowing onto the table, onto the floor. After a few seconds, the boy felt like an idiot and he put down the pot and said, what are you trying to prove here? And Master Suzuki brilliantly looked at him and said, the reason why you never got promoted was because you are like this cup. You are full. Every knowledge, everything I wanted you to learn couldn't go in, it overflowed. So the principle behind Master Suzuki's teaching, so you must empty your cup.